Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Jesus bring you some more Ultra League battles. Today we have some battles submitted by a close friend of mine by the name of Natsuki, which I met during self battles. She's an amazing battler who has reached legend every season. Today we look at a baby account reaching veteran. Just want to say thank you so much for sharing these battles with me. She's running a team with Alola Mark, which has Access Brand Dark Pulse, Sylveon, which has Side Shock as well as Moonblast, and Giratina, which has Dragon Claw and Shadow Force. Let's jump straight into these battles. In the first matchup, we see Alola Mark versus Pidgeot. Very neutral lead for both of them. Just need to make sure that it doesn't get the Brave Bird here. Going straight then for the Dark Pulse against the Pidgeot. Pidgeot doesn't shield. Pidgeot now throwing a charge move. She shields, assuming it's going to be a Brave Bird, and it is a Brave Bird from the opponent's side. Opponent comes then into the Swampert. Debuffs the Swampert by throwing the Acid Spray. Defense drops. Comes in then with the Sylveon. You can see these charms are chunking the Shadow Swampert. Swampert now throws the Hydro Cannon. Doesn't shield that one. Continues to farm. Looking to then charm down the Swampert. Double shields. Farms down the Swampert. Let's see what the opponent now comes in with. The opponent now comes in with a Cresselia. Natsuki looking to go straight for the Moonblast here, hoping to also get a debuff from the Moonblast. The Cresselia now charges. He switches out then to the Alolan Mach. Cresselia now throws a charge move. It's going to be the Moonblast. Doesn't get a debuff. It's quite a neutral matchup as well for Alolan Mach. Just needs to try and land his Dark Pulses. Unfortunately, with no shields left, it gets taken out of Moonblast. Sylveon comes back in, continuing to charm this Cresselia down. Cresselia throws a Moonblast, taking it out. It's now Giratina against the Pidgeot. The Shadow Claw is dealing not super effective to the Pidgeot. Pidgeot goes then for the Feather Dance. Giratina gets to the move, throws the Dragon Claw. Definitely going to get a shield here from the Pidgeot. Pidgeot continues to try and farm, but Giratina got another move stored. Throws another Dragon Claw on their side. Pidgeot doesn't shield, and GG's to the opponent. Opponent then surrenders. Jumping into the next matchup, we have the Mirror Alolan Mach against Alolan Mach. Very, if I can say, long battle because they're taking not super effective from the charge moves, from the fast moves. Going to come down to assets spraying each other. Eventually, then going for the Dark Pulse to try and chunk as much as they can. Both of them then throw the assets spray at each other. Natsuki then now goes directly for the Dark Pulse. Tries to catch, and a lovely catch onto Sylveon. Let's see if it's going to then be a Dark Pulse, and it is a Dark Pulse. Opponent then comes in with a Trevenant. Trevenant can go for one Shadow Ball, which then should put the Sylveon in farm down range, which it does. But however, Sylveon does get to a Side Shock and throws the Side Shock. Let's see if the opponent then shields. Opponent no shields that. Gonna come in now with the Alolan Mach again. Gonna look to farm down. Opponent throwing a charge move. It's the Shadow Ball, but doesn't KO the Alolan Mach. Now the opponent comes in with a Poliwrath, going for the Acid Spray. No shield from the opponent. Opponent now throwing a charge move on Giratina. Natsuki shielded, thinking it's going to be a Dark Pulse, but it's just an Acid Spray, but manages then to farm down. Opponent then comes back with the Poliwrath. Only one he has left. It's Giratina against Poliwrath in a 2 vs 1 shield. Natsuki shields the Ice Punch from the opponent. Now going spam these Dragon Claws out. No shield from the opponent again. Giratina continues to then farm and spam these Dragon Claws out. I don't think there's anything that she can do to win the matchup. Throws the Dragon Claw and then surrenders. Next battle we have Alolan Mach versus Obstagoon. Not a bad matchup for Alolan Mach. Just needs to make sure that they do Acid Spray and then do as much Poison Jab damage as possible. Alolan Mach can take these Cross Chops quite easily. Obstagoon now throws another charge move. It's going to be then the Cross Chop. Natsuki then goes for the Acid Spray. No shield from the opponent's side. Continues to farm. Now throws the Dark Pulse on their side. Going to do more damage than what it's supposed to do. Switches quickly into Sylveon and manages to snipe down in the Obstagoon. Very nice play. I actually like that play a lot. Opponent now comes in with a Trevenant. Sylveon continues to then charm the Trevenant. Trevenant throws a Seed Bomb. No shield from Natsuki. Very nice no shield, knowing that it's going to be a Seed Bomb only. Natsuki trying to farm down the Trevenant, but Trevenant gets to another move. Shields up this move, knowing whatever it is will take the Sylveon out. Opponent now switches out into a Dragon Breath Giratina. I don't think the Giratina is going to appreciate what Natsuki has in the back. throws a moon blast, gets shielded. Now does a spectacular catch onto the Alolan Muck. Opponent undercharges that beautifully, so they can get more farm by Dragon Breathing down the Alolan Muck. Natsuki now comes in with her own Giratina. Her Giratina has Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw gets to these Dragon Claws much quicker. Goes for the first Dragon Claw, gets shielded from the opponent, trying to get to the next one. Opponent throws their Dragon Claw on their side. Now it's going to be a race to the finish, but Natsuki manages to get to her Dragon Claw, and this should take out the Giratina, and that's 2 due to the opponent. Jumping into the next battle, we see Alolan Muck against Giratina. This is a very positive lead. Opponent switches out then into Gradient, which is also still a positive lead for Alolan Muck, as these bullet seeds are dealing not very effective. Natsuki now throws the Acid Spray. Let's see if the Gradient shields it. Gradient doesn't shield it. Gradient now going to be throwing another charge move. Just going to be the Body Slam spam. Not dealing much to the Alolan Muck. Natsuki now throwing the Dark Pulse. Brings the Gradient into farm down range. Still also no shields it. Who should manage to farm down then the Gradient. Opponent now comes out with the Giratina. It's actually a Dragon Break Giratina, and once the opponent sees the Sylveon, then he decides to concede. Jumping to the next battle, it's Alolan Muck versus Trevenant. This is a very positive lead. Nothing Trevenant can throw or deal any much damage to the Alolan Muck. Goes straight for the Shadow Ball, not super effective. Natsuki farming, and a brilliant catch from the opponent into the Tapu Fini. Dark Pulse dealing not super effective. Natsuki now throws the Acid Spray on her side. Let's see if the opponent shield. Opponent doesn't shield. It allows then the Alolan Muck to farm down. Gonna shield and then definitely farm down on her side, which she manages to do. Let's see what the opponent now comes in with. The opponent's then gonna come in with Swampert. Goes straight for the Dark Pulse on her side. Yeah, gets a shield from the opponent. Switches out now into her Giratina. That's a very positive matchup for Giratina. Natsuki going straight for the Shadow Force, and it lands. Wow, that deals a lot of damage to the Swampert. Swampert gets another charge move. It's gonna be the Earthquake, takes it out. Opponent now comes back in with the Trevenant, which Natsuki comes in with Sylveon. This should be GG's, should shield and then farm down. Nothing else the opponent can do, and the opponent then loses the matchup. GG's then to the opponent. And that's the battle submission that we have. Just want to say thank you again to Natsuki for the submissions. As you can see, that set managed to get her through then to the veteran. Well done on reaching veteran, and good luck on the road to legend. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.